Even in Minecraft, death is inevitable. But this world is special. When you die in it, the world passes on to a new person who will continue its story. I'm the fourth person to inherit this world, and when my time comes, I'll pass the torch as well. My today is tomorrow's legends. This is the world of UHC Generations. It's been over a month now since I inherited this world. I've settled into the role I've put myself in, which is to be UHCG's first historian. I built the Museum of Generations, and I put as much of the world's history there as I could find. But now we're hitting a point where we have to dig deeper. This world has secrets, but they are well hidden. There is one secret, however, that I have spent more time on than the rest. Over 30 hours, in fact. And that is the mysterious case of Moai's wooden tools. But what's the big deal? It's just some wooden tools, right? Well, let me explain. Every generation in UHCG has kept a number of journals documenting their time in this world. In the very first journal, Moai writes how he normally burns his wooden tools in every world he plays. But this time, he realized they might be worth something. Those wooden tools were the first tools crafted in this world. Everything. Founders Town, the Fields of Regeneration, Industry Park, even my museum can ultimately be traced back as a result of those tools. And according to Moai's journal, he hid them somewhere in the world, leaving no clue as to where. That means these tools, arguably the most historic items in the whole world, have been sitting somewhere hidden for almost 2 years. There is literally nothing more fitting to be put in a museum. But here's where things get complicated. I needed to know if this was a wild goose chase, so I asked Moai directly if these existed. But again, it's been almost 2 years, and this was early in Moai's time, so Moai doesn't even remember writing that. So Moai's journal says they've been hidden, but Moai himself doesn't know if that's true. Still, if they exist, I need to find them and protect them in the museum. They're too important to risk. So, we have no clues, no confirmation they exist, and a whole friggin' Minecraft world to search. How can we find them? Well, there's a few things we can do to narrow down our options. Moai didn't start dating his journal entries until page 5 of his first journal, and the wooden tools are mentioned on page 3. The first date is May 23rd of 2022, so by cross-referencing this with his videos, we can eliminate the possibility of it being hidden in any builds that were made after that date. That immediately cuts out almost every build in the world, except a few small ones in this main set of buildings in Founders Town. But what if Moai didn't hide it in one of his builds? In fact, if he wanted it to stay hidden for a while, it would actually make less sense to do that. Well, we can at least narrow that possibility down a bit by following Moai's patterns. All evidence so far shows that Moai didn't tend to hide valuable things in completely random spots. For instance, he hid his pet bird, Mr. Blue Sky, in a village which Quilby found. Or the final room is hidden at the 00 coordinates. Or another thing is I found a chest under a desert well with a golden apple that I'm pretty sure was left by Moai. It's not perfect, but it means we have a better shot by sticking to searching points of interest instead of searching every nook and cranny of the whole world. And one more thing we can do is write off any areas that were generated after that journal date. I don't know if there's any better way to tell when areas were generated, please let me know in the comments if there is. But for now, this means we can write off any biomes from 1.19 or later. So no cherry groves, no mangrove swamps, and no deep dark. And that's it. Or at least that's all I got for now. The simple fact that it was so early on in this world's history gives me hope that even though we don't have any good leads, the process of elimination will be enough to narrow it down. But after 30 hours of searching, I have found nothing. I'm telling you now, these tools are gonna be my white whale. Well, okay, I didn't find the tools, but I didn't find nothing. Oh. Well, oh, a totem! Oh my god. Whose loot is this? They left a totem here and all. What? What have I? Whose is this? I do not know. Is this Moai's? Well, yes and no. This is Moai's loot, but Quilby was the one to put it here. I'm pretty sure this is the chest that Quilby dumped Moai's loot in his first episode, which means this is the same village that Moai died in. Should I make a memorial here? The place where the founder fell? Let me know in the comments. I have just discovered this mountain peak over by the Fields of Regen. Leon was here and he got a bunch of iron. But the weird thing, I'm hearing a cat. Oh, hi. There is just a cat here. Why are you here? I kind of feel like you should be my cat. I don't know why, but there's something about you being here that just, it feels like a fateful encounter. Hey, don't die. Okay, let me go get some fish. Is it happening? Is it... Do I... Oh. Wait, cat! Cat! Please, I only have one fish left. Please. Okay, I'm gonna go get more fish. Alright, cat, if this isn't enough fish, then I don't know, man. You spoiled brat. Hey, bud. Can we be friends this time? Please? Thank you! Oh my god. I have a cat. Guys, I have a cat! I didn't expect to be a father today. You have a fancy spot in my office now. We gotta come up with a name for you. Give me names in the comments. Transition. Now, I'm going to look for an ancient city. I know, it's crazy. But there's a good reason for it. It has to do with my long-term plans. I need a couple things from there. But it's gonna be quite a search to find it. I've gotta find new chunks, because remember, this world wasn't started in 1.19. It was started before that. So, we've gotta venture pretty far out. But wish me luck. It's probably gonna be quite a search. And quite a search it was. If you don't know, the chance of a deep dark biome spawning is linked to an area's erosion level. Or in other words, the higher the surface level generates, the more likely there's gonna be a deep dark under it. So my search involved hours of traveling thousands of blocks looking for mountains and digging underneath them. Until finally... Oh my god! I found one! Oh my god, that took so long! Okay, so here's the deal, guys. It's as good a content as it would be if we dealt with the warden. That's the worst case scenario. Let's just try to loot this place and go. There's not gonna be any drama. No drama, we agree? No drama? Okay. Alright. No! It doesn't even have what we want. Okay, well, strike one. And there's wool underneath. Alright. Of course it did. Man, we might just be out of luck. This is really unfortunate. Especially with how long it took me to find one. Well, unbelievable. I mean, I got the Skull Catalyst, but the thing I really wanted, which was the Silence Armor Trim, no luck. So I guess we're gonna look for another ancient city. Yay!
3 hours later.
Oh! My god, I didn't have my mic close up. Oh my god, I just found another one. Please have it this time. Please. Yep. You're mine. Ooh! Okay. That's progress. It's not the one I'm looking for, but it is getting closer. Oh my god! Sorry, that was probably really loud. Well, you know, that's not what I was looking for, but I am here for it. Holy cow. I have finished exploring this ancient city, and I don't know exactly where my exit is, but let's be honest. It's been a little boring, hasn't it? It's been a little boring exploring here. So what we're gonna do is sprint for where my rough exit is, try to find it, and hope we don't deal with a warden. Stupid? Yeah, it's pretty stupid. But, content! Let's go! Oh, strike one! Oh, there's strike two. Oh, that's strike three. I've been dumb. I've been very dumb. Okay. We're not gonna die. I've dealt with plenty of wardens in my time. We just go away from it. That's all you gotta do. Actually, I think my exit is close to where the warden is. Maniac behavior. Maniac behavior. Keep running. Just sprint. Okay. Oh, hopefully I didn't just corner myself. Oh, there he is. Hey buddy, how you doing? You stay over there, I'll be over here, and we can, have a nice mutually beneficial agreement to not ever talk. There it is! Woohoo! No more ancient cities! No more. I'm done. Let's get out of here. Alright, we're back home, and we've done alright with the loot from the ancient cities. We didn't get the silence trim that I was looking for. However, we did get ward, as well as a bunch of other goodies. Like, everything in here is stuff that I got from the ancient city. 4 enchanted golden apples. Sharpness 5, swift sneak, protection 4, another swift sneak. I wanted to see if you could do swift sneak 4. I don't know if that's a thing. But we also got protection 4, unbreaking. Of course, they all came with mending. Silk touch hoe, which I decided was worth it. 2 ward smithing trims. Skull, bleh. I said too many things in a row. Skulk catalyst. Yeah, we did okay. The biggest limiting factor for my master plan right now has been XP, but in a world like this, you have to be careful not to progress too quickly, or else the next generation might have it a little too easy. So I used the Skulk Catalyst I got to build a Skulk XP farm. I built a chamber around 2 nearby cave spawners and dug a hole for them to be washed down and die from fall damage. Though, of course, spiders can climb, so sometimes they catch themselves before dying. But when they do die, the catalyst converts the stone into skulk, and then a stone generator pushes out a new layer of stone for the next round. The skulk is then piled up into an easy-to-access area using several pistons. I am not an experienced farm builder, so even though this thing has a number of inefficiencies, I'll call it a job well done. For you experienced redstoners out there, okay, save your breath. I know there's a lot of problems here. I know you got some suggestions. Just look, I spent way too long on this. I'm not working on it anymore. It is what it is. It works, and I'm happy with it. And we're gonna call it good. Okay. Okay. Now that I've made a fair amount of progress towards my master plan, I think it's time to finally reveal it. I've said it many times before, what makes UHC Generations so great is the story it tells with its history. I can think of no better example than the Fields of Regeneration. Moai, the founder of this world, spent months working on it, and you can feel his intention. He had no idea how far his project would go. He only knew that he had a vision of what it could be, and he worked hard to give his vision a chance of becoming reality. That is the power of UHCG. It's a world full of history. But history shines brightest when it tells a story you can relate to. That is my goal, and I have spent months, even before actually inheriting the world, planning on how I can achieve that. So here's the plan. I want to say thank you to all the generations before me. The success my time has had is based in their hard work. They created the history I've been sharing. So in order to honor them, I'm going to avenge them. I'm going to complete a raid to avenge Moai, and then I'm gonna conquer Stinger Cave for Quilby. And if I make it that far, I'm gonna defeat the dragon for Leon. Obviously, this is going to be a very difficult task to complete in Ultra Hardcore, so in order to do this, I've been building up a set of the most powerful gear you can create, and I'm calling it the Vengeance of Generations. Once it's all said and done, I'll think to the generations ahead. I want them to have the chance to have adventures and mysteries of their own. So I will scatter the Vengeance of Generations gear all over the world. Some hidden simply, and some hidden behind treasure hunts that could last generations. It's genuinely going to be one of the most intense projects I've taken up in the 13 years I've played Minecraft, and I honestly don't know if I can do it. But I love this project, and I want to give it something worth its potential. So even if I fail, I have to try. The next step is to get the Vengeance of Generations up to Netherite, which means I need to go to a Bastion to get a Netherite upgrade template. I'm pretty nervous about this. My track record is not great with Bastions. But I'm gonna save that for episode 4. So at least for now, I live to die another day.